Welcome to the Season 2 premiere of The Backyard Show. I'm Caleb, and my co-host is James. And this week, we sat down with the band South Trees. We talked about how they're inspired by Taylor Swift, and we asked them where they see themselves in 5 years. So now, let's get into the show. Real quick, you're Michael?
I'm Aaron.
You're Aaron. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Michael, Martin,
Martin.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Got it.
Imagine we just lied.
We could have just said
That would be great, yeah.
You guys want to introduce yourselves to the listeners?
Yeah. What's up? I'm Aaron. I sing and I play the rhythm guitar.
Hi, I'm Martin, and I play lead guitar.
How's it going, everyone? I'm Michael, and I play bass.
Beautiful. How did you guys form?
Back in high school, like when we were like sophomores or juniors, I was like, "Hey guys, let's form a band." And then I was really down to like learn how to play like an instrument, because I only played the trumpet for like 5 years, and then afterwards they just laughed at me like, "Nah, we're not gonna form a band."
They were like, no way.
So we're like, "No way." So then afterwards, we went to a couple of concerts, and then I was like, "Dude, you know what? I think we should form a band." Like I brought it up again, and then Aaron, it kind of like intrigued him a little bit, and he was like, "Oh, all right, for sure. I think it'll be tight." So we were like sophomores in college, and yeah, that's how we formed like the
Yeah.
band.
What year was that?
It was 2018. We formed August 2018. So, we just hit the 3 years.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you're, are you guys a Virgo band? Is that your sign?
That's a new one.
Dude, that's
I don't know what that means, but
me either.
but you're definitely Virgos, I can tell. But so you didn't know anything about guitar. You didn't know any
I didn't
chords
know
or anything.
guitar.
So you just
No,
learned.
so I've been playing guitar for 3 years.
Yeah, all of us, dude.
Yeah.
All of us, yeah.
Oh yeah, we've all like picked it up.
You all learned your instruments together in this
Yeah.
band.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. Who writes the songs, or how are the songs written?
You want to tell that story?
Yeah, I mean, they're written through me. Yeah, so I come up with a random idea when I'm doing whatever, like if I'm doing homework or if I'm walking or if I'm driving, and then I just whip out my phone. I'm like, I'll speak it on the Siri thing for like it to like write out, or I'll just do a voice memo, and then I'm like, oh God, I have to like make something, and it's like this, like I'm not even kidding when I say this. It's like it's a pit in my stomach feeling like I have to make it or it's gonna go away, And so I make it, and I make it within like a day or so, and when I do, I'll usually flesh it out for like an hour or so, and then I'll send it to these guys. I'm like, hey, do something,
So were you writing songs before 2018?
No, I was doing I was doing like poetry and stuff. Like I like
Okay.
writing poems and stuff, and I always found it fascinating. So once we actually said to like let's make a band, I was like, oh shoot, well I got to convert this to music, and so I read a bunch of books on how to write songs, and that's how I got that.
Was the poetry, or I guess did songwriting replace that poetry, like that gut feeling? Is that all channeled through the same kind of like driving around thinking of things, or is that a whole different type of
Maybe I think that pit feeling is very like new, I guess. Like it only started I think 2019, where I was like, what, like I have to write music, like I have to, like it's so weird. And if I get the feeling like, oh, this is like that treasure in my head and I have to like get it out somehow, but it's recent. But yeah, I ever since middle school I've been like writing poetry and stuff, so I really like.
Are you taking like your old poems and putting them into South Street songs?
No, not at all. They're all angsty, from back then. Yeah. It's just fresh stuff.
Yeah. So what books were you reading to learn how to write songs?
Oh, I read the Addiction Formula, Holistic Songwriting by Friedman Frendeisen. That's a good one. I read Songwriting and Mixing Tips 101 by some Russian author guy. I don't know. I read it in like a week, and then I listened to a bunch of audiobooks that I got on Audible for free, and I have no idea what they're called, but I listened to them and I was like, okay. But the one that was really like the one that did it for me was the Addiction Formula, which is how to write like commercially stylized music.
What is that like? What were you taking from that and putting it into South Trees songs?
Oh yeah, so just how to make songs captivating, I guess. Like
Is that like the verse chorus, or is that all lyrical?
Oh no, yeah. So it's like it tells you like this is what is pop music, and it'll be like verse, like intro, verse, chorus, bridge, outro, whatever. And then it's like this is how you can make it your own, or this is how you can switch it up, and how it will still be appropriate. And it's like through like I guess like science. I don't know. It's kind of like scientific like ways that you could visualize a song moving through hills and like stuff. And that's something that I've like never not written music that way. So
Wow.
shout out to Friedman Frendeisen.
So do you guys write songs too, or?
I've written 2 songs. They were pretty okay, but they're pretty all right. But I like take over a year like to write a song because like I just second guess myself, you know what I mean? And like I really like I get support from these guys than my own self, which I'm trying to work on more, so like but yeah, I like write now. I write a lot more because of this guy Aaron. He's always writing. Like his work ethic is really inspiring.
Aw,
and like
thank you.
it pushes us, so yeah, I've written 2 songs with the help of Aaron, of course, because if it wasn't for him, then like, and also Michael too, he writes some sexy bass lines, but yeah, I've just 2 songs.
Yeah, and myself, I don't really write, but every time Aaron comes up with something, he'll send it right over to me, and I'm like, okay, this sounds like it should go here, and I'll write the bass line, put it in. I'm like, what do you think, Aaron? What do you think, Martin? They're like, nah, okay, scratch that, start over. 2 minutes later, here's another one. What do you think now? And they're like, oh, this might actually work.
Do you ever add things non-bass related, like any structure ideas?
I like to think of myself as the band's probably biggest critic. So when they write something, I'll be like, I don't know if that makes sense. And I'll jump in on it. But we always bounce ideas off of each other. A song will never be 100% one person. Everybody will contribute in some way, shape, or form by the end of the song, by the time it's complete.
Do you have an example of like a moment in one of your guys' songs that you, I guess, gave the idea
Dude,
for?
rom-coms. Tell about rom-coms.
Which part of rom-coms?
When we changed the whole song because you wanted
Oh.
to change the whole damn song.
But at that point,
that
Do you remember?
That was actually like the best thing you've ever said. Because remember how like the first version of that song.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh man, the
Rom-coms,
first
I don't
version.
know if you guys heard it,
Dude.
but it's like it was so different. You can tell the story though. You can
honestly, I don't even remember the story because that song was in the works for a while.
tell. Yeah.
Which is probably why it changed, because you have an idea, 2 months go by, you might not be vibing with it anymore, and you're in a different state of mind now, so you might have a separate idea. You don't want to abandon the old one, so you put it into the new one. But in this case, rom-coms is a completely different animal.
Yeah, it was like we were like not in the finishing stages, like in the last stages of that song. And then Michael's like, what if you, it was Michael, he's like, what if you take out this part and then add this part and only use this line over here and then just change the whole like structure of the song. So it became a very much poppier song for the better, I think, because I like how it is now. I love how it is now. So thanks, Mike.
Cool, no problem.
Yeah.
I have a question about that song because I feel like there's a lot of, I guess, intimate details in that song, like about like the whole dad line. And how do you?
Yeah.
Oh, that line has a story.
I love that fucking line.
How do you like? I mean, I assume because that's so specific that it's based on something factual. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but
You're wrong, bro. No, I'm just kidding.
but how do you? Is there any hesitancy to release something like that, or is it just like no, it's art?
Yeah,
Like
for sure, dude. Yeah. So for the first part, it is fictional. Like we just wanted to tell a story. I mean, I guess it's happened like, a couple of times, the dad not asleep yet thing. Fine, but it's like in the case of this story that we're telling, because we're just storytellers, now moving on with our new music, we're storytellers, and rom-coms is a fun story that we like to tell, so we're just say what would be funny, like what would be cool and intimate or whatever. And so that it's fictionalized kind of, it just makes it cool, but it was snuck in your room. back then, you know? Snuck in your room with dad not asleep yet. And Martin was fighting for it. I'm like, no, dude, we have to say fuck.
I was fighting for it to be snuck because I was like, it's gonna have the E, bro. Like we could push it out more if it didn't have the E, because the whole song was cool, you know, like no bad words. And then after that line, I was like, what if my mom hears this, man? She's gonna think it's me. But no, I was like really like we actually were having like
Yeah, we had
a
people,
battle for it.
We had
Oh,
friends
yeah.
like be like, hey, what's better? And they all voted my way, of course.
No, it was even.
but no, it
No.
was not. All right.
I would drop names, but never mind. But okay, fine. He won the battle because guess what? It's the
out.
F word. Yeah,
It's the
it's the
F
F word. We
Yeah.
all know who won.
But dude, honestly, isn't that better than like Snuck?
It's more
It's
impactful.
it hits, you know?
Yeah. Let's talk about Vatos. Where was the root of that idea? Why did you write that song?
Mm-hmm. You want me to tell it?
Yeah, go
Okay.
for it.
Yeah.
All right. So, shoot. Well, I wrote like the instrumental. I mean, it came out, you know, just because I was thinking about it, got the feeling in my stomach, whatever. I wrote it out. The 1/4 chord progression. I was like, all right, cool. And then I was like, I want to talk about haters, dude. You know, because I don't know if you guys know, like, it is about people who don't like us, and it's just like, oh, I'm gonna beat your ass, you know. Like, it's obviously I'm not, but it's like I want to write it, so it's like it's kind of like a therapeutic thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock your ass out for always saying that you don't like me. Like, don't smile at me. We're not friends, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And
Haters of the band or haters of
in general, like in general, yeah. But I told them, they're like, yeah, it's cool. So yeah, so that's kind of the story. It's just that I kind of just put out my frustrations because yeah, it was like
Yeah, think about that song like a punching bag, you know, like just
Yeah.
letting all the stress out.
Do you play that live?
we do.
Hell yeah, it goes hard like.
Yeah.
That one, were you, because there's Spanish in that song.
Oh yeah.
Did you want to write a song with Spanish in it, or were you writing the song and you're like, oh, this needs to have some Spanish in it?
Well, yeah, we are going to be making more Spanish music going forward. It was just that I don't know. It's I like vato, you know, like vatos, whatever. Everyone knows what a vato is, and I don't know. I just had like those two lines. I'm like, whatever. It was like 2 lines within the whole EP, which is I'm like, whatever. Yeah, I didn't really give it much thought, but
Where do you guys record your songs?
Oh. So we first started in a very hot, sweaty room at our friend's house. His name is Christian Cabral. He was
Shout out Christian Cabal.
Christian Cabral, man. He's in the Air Force now, but he was one of the first 5 people. So we first started the band with 5 people, and then 2 people. He was one of the first who dropped off, right? So we're like, all right, cool. So we would record. We recorded our first song there, well, half of it, and then after that we moved to my house, my room. We recorded like 4 or 5 songs there. And then when COVID hit, you know, like parents were all like, my parents were all like, you know, very strict. They're like, hey, I don't want to die. I don't know
Damn
where
parents.
these fools have been, you know.
Get your dirty friends out of here.
I don't know where these fools have been. So I was like, hey, you know, like it sucked. Like I was really like upset at it. I was
it was a
like,
stressful time.
COVID. I know, cause it was very stressful because
Tell them when we started house parties.
Jeez.
We started our first EP in March, dude.
yeah,
Oh man.
yeah, we started first.
Or recording it anyway.
Yeah, yeah. And then after that, like, it took us 2 months or like 3 months to like record it, and we dropped the EP, our first EP, House Parties. Shout out. During COVID, and I was even telling Aaron like, hey, maybe we should push it back, and he's like, no, this needs to come out. It needs like because with COVID, you know, strict household, you know, I was like I can't, you know, meet up all the time. So then it was basically Aaron like writing like for hours on end. He would like go down. So he recorded house parties in his dad's
Yeah.
shop. Like
It's in my dad's wood shop.
his dad's wood shop, and he would wait until after, you know, his work got done, and then he would stay up all night and just write and record, you know, and then he would send me demos, and then after that I would practice it, play my parts, go over to his shop, and then just crank it out, you know. But yeah, so like now we're back at my house, which is really, really cool, you know. I just love like having people over, you know, like I'm a very like warm, welcoming person. I love the vibes. So yeah, we record in my house now. Just the end of the story.
So, Michael, were you going to the wood shop to record bass? there?
Yeah, of course. I'll take my bass lines over after Aaron sends me over his demos, and then go down to the wood shop when I'm ready. Like, all right, here's what I got, Aaron, and we'll record it quick one day,
Yeah.
in out. Yeah, we did house parties pretty quick, but I feel like
Well, so I was there for like 10 hours a day.
yeah, I did house parties pretty quick, but
Yeah, because I was like mixing like all day, and I was just like, God. And then that's when we had transitioned to like online school, dude. Oh my God. And then I got a job at Walmart with Marty. I don't know how I did it, but hey, it happened, dude. It's all
Yeah.
good. It's all good.
Where do you guys live?
La Puente. I live in La Puente.
yeah, Martin and I both live in La Puente. Aaron's up in
Oh,
Hesperia.
He's
Oh,
the
shit.
outlier.
But
Yeah, I live in Hesperia.
He's
Yeah.
Yeah.
down here every single day almost.
I work down. My life is down here.
Where do you work?
I work in Pico Rivera, so
Okay.
I'm a waiter there. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah,
It's a commute.
yeah. It's a big commute, but I mean, it's like my life. It's been like that, so it's no biggie, honestly.
There's a lot of time to think and write lyrics on your drives over.
That's for damn sure. Yep.
Listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Backyard show, you know?
Hey.
Yeah.
You don't gotta lie.
Nah, dude, not lying. Yeah.
No, he's
Yeah,
really
for
not
real.
lying.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
bro. It's a
He
good,
put me on.
It's a good podcast,
Thank
dude.
you. Thank you.
Shout out to this podcast.
Thank you. Shout out.
Very excited to be here.
Well, you guys were talking about performing a little bit ago, how Vatos goes hard and stuff like that. What's like one of your most memorable live performances, or what's like
Great
live performance
question.
experience? Like something that happened that was like, dang.
I think for me, it's always going to be the first one. The first one is always going to be the one that sticks with you. And that one was at Cabral's house too. We first gig ever. We didn't even have that many songs. What did we have? Driving Away from Home, Mohegan Sun,
In the museum.
The Museum.
Yeah.
We had 3 songs. Covered a couple of Wallows and
The Violent
Blister in the
Femmes.
Sun.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of people there.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Over
over 200
200
people in a
Dang.
backyard,
Damn.
basically.
Dang.
A
It was,
backyard
it was
show.
a pretty sick show. I think it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You, Martin?
Oh man, I'm gonna go the cheesy way. I'm gonna say all of our shows are my favorite, but one of my favorite ones, it's a toughie, cause I don't know. We practice like every show is our last show. Like, ain't that the truth, man?
Yeah.
Like, ain't that the truth? We practice,
Yeah.
like, we sweat when we practice, like, just, like, shaking up, like, dancing with our own music, trying to be a bunch of goofballs, you know what I mean? So, every show is, like, a blur to me now, you know what I mean? I don't know, Aaron. How about you?
Yeah, because dude, yeah, we go so hard at the shows. It's so much fun. But yeah, I have to agree with Michael. First one, because don't get me wrong, all these other shows are super fun, and I have so much fun at them always. But the first one was insane. I was so scared, dude. I cannot tell you how scared I was. That I've never been scared like that in my life. I got out on the stage because we did have a stage thing, and I remember just seeing rows and rows of people with their flashlights on us, like, because they were recording, and I was like, you guys need to go home. What are you guys doing here? Like, what are we doing? I was like ready to panic, dude. Great experience though. It was awesome. I was never not scared that gig, but oh my God, just great experience. It's awesome. I loved it. Yeah.
Not to ask cheesy questions, but where did the name South Trees come from?
Oh, it's not cheesy, bro.
Dude, I tell the story. Wait, Michael tells the story. Michael,
Yeah,
you tell the story.
fool.
But I didn't come up with
No,
South Trees.
we came up with
I
it.
didn't come up with South Trees. You
Yeah,
guys
we
came up with South Trees.
it.
I
You
just
wanna tell it
said
together?
I just said this name's cool. Go for it. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So Martin and I, because we were like the first two who were like, oh yeah, let's do the band. And he's like, oh my God, are you really like down? I'm like, yeah, I'm down, dude. Let's just do it. And so he's like, the rig. I'm like, what the hell, Martin?
Dude, don't even.
The Rig.
Dude, no.
Saturday night at Fox Theater Promoter.
It was with the S, bro. The rigs. Dude, I was at work, right? And I was like texting on the job, right? And then he was like, he's like, hey, we got to come up with a name. We got to come up with a name. Because we were like, we were like planning it all out. We were like, okay, we're gonna announce it. We got to film a video. We got it. We like he was telling us to come up with a name so that way we could save that name on Instagram. I remember.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
We were like, okay, we got to make sure it's available on Instagram, Twitter, like
Get the
everything.
domain.
Yeah. Like we got to make sure it's not taken. And we were like, all right, for sure. So I just came up with the rigs, but still to this day he doesn't let it off, man.
Yeah, dude, it's just golden.
You know
But-
what, man?
but,
I'm gonna
hey,
make a side. I'm gonna make a side
project.
project. The rigs.
But
It's gonna blow up.
South Trees. Then I countered the rigs. I was like, oh my god, Martin. And I was like, okay, South Trees. And the theory behind, or like the lore behind that, is that it's South by Hippocampus, which is one of the main bands that got us into this, like to form a band in the first place. South by Hippocampus is an incredible song, South, and then Pulling Leaves Off Trees by Wallows, which is the concert that we went to in 2018. We were like, wow, we need to be in a band. And so Pulling Leaves Off Trees, South, and then just South Trees. And I was like, it's 2 syllables, it's pretty easy to say, it looks nice. South Trees.
That's
And
cool.
so they're like, yeah, they do it.
What is something about South Trees that you want people to know? I wrote that down. I don't know.
You guys have anything? God.
Something that people may not
It's a very
know, just
vague
off the
question.
top.
I don't know. I was just
Oh.
It
going.
could be taken anywhere.
Oh
What's
yeah, what you see is what you get. So we're 3 dudes and we run everything that we do. Yeah, and shout out to Gabriel, he's our drummer, and that's it. Like we're the everything. Like we do everything, everything.
I see you guys going hard on the reels and like the TikToks and stuff.
Yeah,
Is there a? I guess that's like very necessary nowadays. Like
yeah.
recruiting people, and you guys go hard on the covers too. Is that like all? Are the covers like kind of like a marketing thing?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Not even completely marketing. Sometimes it's like, we like this song.
Yeah.
And it's like,
It's
let's
fun.
learn it real quick. And we play it, you know? It's like, oh, we got to get this on video. Oh, all right. Post it then.
Pretty
Yeah.
organic.
It's
thing.
all
know?
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's,
cool.
it's all
It's
just
mostly
fun.
for fun.
How do you
Yeah.
how do you go about like picking the songs? Because I know you guys did Blinding Lights, and that
Oh,
was like
wow,
what, like a
yeah.
week after he dropped
Oh
it.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Dang, yeah.
That one was so good.
Yeah, that was. I don't know. That was just like. I don't know. We just really liked the song. We were just like, dude, let's
Yeah,
play it.
I think I sent it to Aaron. And I was like, "Hey, can we cover this song?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "But are you gonna sing it?" I'm like, "I'm not gonna sing it. Are
So
you
we-
gonna sing
yeah.
it?"
Oh yeah, who's the girl that sings?
Jenny, our friend Jenny, shout out Jenny,
Yeah.
Jen Blue. She just sings and she's the homie, and we're like, dude, we can't sing
Mhm.
this. You get over here.
Yeah.
And she was down, so yeah.
And I think that one was like our first cover where it was like it passed like
1,000.
no, it passed like 100 views, and we were like, "Oh my god, we're famous!" That's it, Mom. I'm quitting my job, dropping out of college.
But but yeah, and then for like the TikTok thing, yeah, we just promote, you know, like we just do what's necessary to let people know who South Trees are. We just
Yeah.
showcase our personality and
Mhm.
have fun with it, and it works. So it's cool, dude.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Let's do a segment.
All right.
Ooh.
All right, we got a segment called Dream Gear. Let's cue up the Dream Gear music.
It's time for Dream Gear.
All right. Yeah, give us one piece of Dream Gear like music equipment. It could be a guitar pedal, a microphone, a reverb,
Oof.
anything you wanna.
Dream Gear. When this band first started, I wasn't the bassist. I bought a bass, but I wasn't the bassist because Sergio also bought a bass. Shout out to Sergio. But eventually he left, and I was like, okay, now I have to learn how to play bass. But aside from that, I bought a keyboard, and I had a Nord Stage 2. That is my dream gear because I wish I still had it.
That is the most relatable Dream Gear answer.
Oh man, since I watched the show, I came prepared
Listen, fool.
because like at first I was into gear, but I learned quickly gear doesn't make you better.
It makes you sound cooler,
Make me sound cooler, sucky cool, you know. But if I had to pick one gear, I would pick a pink PRS Silver Sky, because I love John Mayer. He's one of like the guitar gods. So I just feel like if I buy that, I'm gonna become John Mayer, you know. And like all of his powers are gonna come into my fingertips, you know. Like so, and then pink's cool.
Mhm. You got the pink mic.
Yeah, pink pop filter.
And for me, I also, you know, I've listened to every episode, and so I'm like, I know the Dream Gear thing. And I'm like, what would I say? I'm like, dude, I don't know. I think like a vocal pedal, a live vocal pedal that could like compress my voice, distort it if I wanted to, EQ it, add a bunch of effects. That'd be dope, I think. I'm sure something like that exists.
What are you guys rocking gear-wise, like, for recording?
Oof.
I have
This is
a pretty
pathetic,
sad
man.
pedal board. It's my tuner pedal and a JHS overdrive. That's it.
That's all you need.
That's all I need. Yeah, I hope so.
I know that we go straight into
Yeah, we DI basically.
interface. Yeah, we just go straight.
the little Scarlett Solo. You know?
Yeah.
That's what we use, man.
And then you're using what DAW are you using?
Logic. Yeah.
And then you're using like the amp simulators and stuff on there. Or?
Not even that. We go so like the dry signal, and then we just put like the pedal board on it. So we don't even do the amp
Oh,
simulator
okay.
thing.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Straight like, yeah, straight signal. Yeah.
Who are your guys' I guess for each of your instruments, who do you look up to, or like who do you idolize, like in your playing or your sound?
Sound wise, because I do like the mixing and stuff, so I really like. I know this sucks, but this band, they're called Junkie. I don't know if you guys heard of them. Well,
I
they're
haven't, no.
canceled and they're pieces of crap.
Oh.
Like personally, but
Yeah,
or I mean, at least one of the members are. So we can't pretend that that's not a thing. But their sound, dude, oh, it is so good. And so I really look up to their sound and how unique it is, and so I like every time I listen to their music, or that I would listen to their music, it's like, wow, they're doing something that's so different. And so I guess to answer your question, it's like the production side of it. I really like the really heavy delayed one note melodies, very simple and very straightforward and in your face type of sound.
Mhm.
So Junkie, I guess. Yeah, that's the answer.
From like a songwriting perspective, because you're writing songs, who would be another person?
Oh, dude,
Just
I
out
love
of
this
curiosity.
question. Yeah. You guys want to answer for me or what?
go for it. Aaron.
Yeah, well, it's Lord. You know Lord. I love Lord. Conan Gray, Taylor Swift. Band wise, Wallows are awesome. Songwriting though, songwriting. I'm blanking, but it's like main pop stars. They just,
Okay,
I love them, dude.
that's cool.
Yeah, they're really good.
That's interesting because I hear your music and stuff, and I can't really pinpoint like Taylor Swift or
Oh, yeah.
Conan Gray or something. But
Mhm.
how are you pulling from them in your music, and what parts of your music do you hear them?
Yeah, so it's not really sound. I think it's just like really specifically like the writing and what I say and when I say it, and kind of how I phrase lyrics and stuff. Lord, for example, if you've heard the song "Where I Go So Wrong," it's like it's just a kick drum, a soft like synth, and then my voice singing, and it's supposed to feel intimate, and that's like a lot of what Lord does, and it's just kind of in the front and not a lot of reverb, and just saying whatever you're saying. And Conan Gray, for example, he's very dramatic, and I'm gonna die because I'm bored or something like that, and I love that drama that you can bring in when you're writing lyrics. And I do that for example, what's the song 21, that when the world ends is when I'll be able to like chill. It's like, it's so dramatic, so I'll do that. And then Taylor Swift, it's more of a musical standpoint, like the pop writing standpoint, of like how you structure a song and how you keep it going up and down and stuff like that. So yeah.
That's really neat, the way you
Yeah.
reinterpret that kind of stuff. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
it's all not really sound though. Sound is more like
that's what makes it
surf
interesting
rock.
though. Like if you just sounded straight up like Lord, it wouldn't be as trippy. It's trippier that like you sound like a totally different thing.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you're pulling from it. That's cool.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Yeah, but that's how I do it. Yeah.
For sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Who do you guys pull from for your sound?
I listen to a lot of like Arctic Monkeys, but also we made a song called Slow Drive, and Aaron said, I need something groovy, so I was like, okay. And I went to go listen to some Steve Lacy, See You Girl, stuff like that. That's what I listened to
Yeah.
to make that line for Slow
Steve
Drive.
Lacy,
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
that man.
Because he's really groovy. And then if I want something funky, I'll go listen to Anderson .Paak, Mac Miller has some good bass lines too. I know that's more like hip hop and all, but I go through my phases of hip hop or indie or a little bit of harder rock, but those are my main ones right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I pull from those. Wallows, of course. We all went through our Wallows phase in the beginning because that's what put us on
Yeah.
the band.
Yeah.
After that Wallows concert, I feel like that was the nail in the coffin. What got us going? Pulling leaves off trees
Yeah, insane.
had to
song.
be the one, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Pictures of Girls
Yep.
and Pleaser.
Yep. You got any more questions, James?
Yeah, Yeah, I have a couple. We can throw them in. They're not really sequential. We kind of covered everything for the interview in terms of like what you guys are working on next, all that. But I have a couple other stuff where it's like just some random questions. Like if
Heck yeah.
so if you guys could like have any artist featured on a song with you guys, who would it be? Each of you guys can answer.
Mags. Love Mags. I'm like,
Do you guys know Max?
Nuh-uh.
oh, you don't know Mags?
No,
Oh, he's
I
on the
don't.
come up, dude. Like
Let him
I
put you on real
really
quick.
I love his riffs. I love the way he sings. Like, yeah, I would want to work with him, and I wouldn't even work on it. I would just let him do it, and I would just be there for moral support. No, I want to see how his brain thinks, man. Yeah.
I think we should get Kid Cudi on our music.
Kid
Why? Because Kid Cudi actually likes rock and stuff.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
back in 2015, he did a couple songs. Yeah,
Yeah.
he went into it.
Judgmental.
Yeah, judgmental C word. You know.
Yeah. Such a good song. Yeah, and me, Jaden. I love Jaden. so
Jaden,
much.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Jaden.
I knew you were gonna say that.
But-
At first, I was
yeah.
like Jaden Smith,
Dude.
but then I was like, no, Aaron's gonna say that.
I know.
I was like,
Yeah.
You got to cover all the bases, huh?
yeah,
His music is like, it's going into like, I know he does hip hop and stuff like that. Like if you listen to Sire, it's like very much hip hop and rap. But like the CCTV 3, oh my God, what an album, dude. And then his new stuff. What's the new one? Bye? The new song Bye? Oh my God. Chef's Kiss, dude. He's so good. So talented.
What's like a venue that you like a dream venue you guys want to play at?
Hang on. I think we have segment music for this. Let's
Oh,
cue
yeah,
up
it's
the
a
segment
segment.
music.
What's your dream venue?
All right, what's a dream venue that y'all want to play at? What the fuck was that?
Wait,
I didn't even know there was a segment. I didn't even know that was a segment.
We'll add it in
got
post.
too much.
It'll have already played.
Hey, so what venue?
Dude, easy. For me, The Troubadour. Elton John. Wallows. South Trees. Yeah, The Troubadour would be sick.
not even a venue, but I want to play at Tropicalia.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I want to play
That'd
at
be-
Tropicalia. Yeah.
We can make it happen one day.
That's cool.
Give us a year. Not 2 years. Nah, a year. Give us a year.
A year?
Nah, 2 years. We still don't know anyone.
Hollywood, the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool, yeah.
I think that's like such a classic venue. You know, everybody and their moms has played there. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, yeah, I feel like South Trees could make a big impact on there.
Well, this brings me to my last question. In regards to you were saying like give me 2 years. In 5 years, where are you guys thinking? What do you guys want to be? You pulled off
man.
3 so
Damn.
far. So
Don't
that's
even
scary.
know.
you're gonna do more. I see it. You guys got it.
Thank you, man.
What are you thinking now?
Thank you
That-
so much, man.
That's very,
That's-
5 years is actually kind of scary to think about, but we've already done 3, you know? So it's like,
Exactly.
5 years, I want to at least 100,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. That'd be nice. Could have some our
Would be
rent paid.
nice.
That's the thing about us is that like when we shoot for something, we really like
Yeah.
we manifest it, you know. So it's
Yeah.
like, so 5 years, $100 million.
Oh my
That being
Manifest,
said,
manifest.
manifest. No, I think I just want the band to be still alive after 5 years. You know what I mean? Like if it's alive in 5 years, that means we'll be playing for 8 years. That was way longer than I ever expected. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. 5 years from now, I hope we're not recording in Martin's parents' house. You know, like
It'll be a museum.
I'm gonna
by
buy
then.
the house and I'm gonna build a studio.
I would hope that, you know, like 5 years from now, we have our careers going outside of music, or if we even make careers out of our band, you know, actually
Yeah.
start bringing in the dough, get a studio, or if one of us gets a house, or if we all get a house, have a studio, like in that house, you know, and have backup instruments. I don't want to be carrying Gabriel's drum set every time we have practice. I'm sorry, Gabriel, but I have to pick this guy up every time we have practice.
Hey, he's not here, so you could talk all the crap you want.
Oh, Gabriel.
Nah, but it's all love.
No, yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
But yeah, I guess besides like the more like just the numbers thing, I guess for real, like in 5 years, yeah, definitely have our careers, you know, outside of college, outside of music, if music isn't the career. Have a home, maybe have a family, be stable. Isn't that the American dream now? No, it's not. Because the American dream is supposed to be like you're going to be good. Bullshit. The American dream now for us, bro, is hope you can make your rent and don't catch Cobra.
Don't catch
Yeah, man.
Cobra.
Well,
Fuck
let's-
Cobra.
Thank you for coming on the Backyard Show.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you
for
for
coming
having
on.
us. Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
for
for
having
real,
us,
thank
man.
you.
This was like super humbling. This is, dude, I can't believe we're here.
Yeah, it's very fun because this is our first audio interview ever.
Oh, really?
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's sick.
So you guys popped our cherry. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. Podcast Cherry.
Podcast Cherry.
All right.
Put that on a
God.
shirt.
You can listen
Thank
to
you.
South Trees wherever you stream music.
Thank you guys.
And follow South Trees on Instagram and TikTok at South Trees. Spell it exactly how it sounds. And go to our website, www.thebackyardshowpodcast.com, to check out a playlist that South Trees curated just for you. And while you're there, sign up for our mailing list to get the latest, juiciest Backyard Show news. Thank you for listening. This has been The Backyard Show.